Let me show you the homemade Caesar dressing that I've made. This is what it looks like. It's a thick, but you can thin it out with your, I like for it to be where it clings. Now, I don't serve this just by pouring it over like we would do ranch or anything like this. The way I serve it is to go ahead and mix the Caesar dressing on the lettuce. And when I serve that tonight, that will be mixed up. And then there'll be some available if they want a little bit more. But I will mix. I have chopped up finely romaine lettuce. And see how pretty that is? And it will be, I will just put it all together and stir some on there and then have some extra. But anyway, I'm just gonna put some on the lettuce so you can kind of see how it just kind of clings to it. It clings really well, and it will when I do it on there as well. But anyway, I've just put a little bit of Caesar. I'll have the grated Parmesan, and I did opt for the shredded for this. Now I did shred to do the homemade, and of course you're gonna see the homemade crouton video. See my homemade croutons, doesn't that look great? That's a delicious Caesar salad. Now in the dressing, and I've made four batches of it to get enough, but it's a half a cup of mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons, and I did it in a blender, okay? So it's a half a cup of mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, 2 garlic cloves. I just took one of the small teaspoons and just did a kind of a heaping spoon of that. 3 tablespoons of, it said fresh lemon juice. I didn't have any lemons, so I used in the jar or whatever. Half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, a half a cup of the extra virgin olive oil, and then a half a cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And you leave the cheese and the oil until the end, but you go ahead and put the other in your blender and get that blended really well. And then I added the cheese and I blended that to even, because I had already grated it pretty finely, but I put it in there to make sure that it grinded it up even more because I didn't want chunky cheese in it. And so, and then I began to add the olive oil, okay? And then you just keep doing it in the blender until it thins it out. Now, if the next day when you take it out of the refrigerator, it's really thick, you can add a little more of the olive oil to thin it out some more. But this really is a perfect consistency as far as clinging, because you can't get it too thick where it doesn't want to move around on the lettuce. But if it's this consistency, it's gonna be able to toss it and it'll cling to the lettuce and it'll stick to it. But anyway, isn't that beautiful? That's gonna be a great Caesar salad to go with our pizza. And so I'll have the recipe for you as normal. I hope that you'll keep faith in your heart, peace in your home, and good food on your table. I love you and God bless.